Before we start the episode today, let's make sure we give a shout out to our sponsors. Today's sponsor is Voila Premium Vodka. Distilled to perfection, signature brand. Make sure you guys go out and support the brand. Please drink very responsibly. Don't be out here drinking. Don't be driving. If you're at home and you're relaxing and you're listening to the show, hey, pour you up a glass of Voila Premium Vodka. You'll like it. It'll make your day. Smooth but hot going down. Keep you right. Now let's get on with the show. All right. We are back on the panel. And
Yes,
like we
sir.
promised, we came with that guest right after the last episode that we did.
Right.
And we got a special guest in the building. You know, we couldn't talk about this AI technology without talking with this man. This man is the ultimate person that can fill you in. Born, well, he was here before I even came in the world, but he's seen a lot, know a lot. Things came and went. But I'm gonna let the man introduce himself. You know, it's me, Lil Ron, and we got STIXX in the building.
STIXX.
That's right. And I don't want to say his name wrong, so I'll let him introduce himself. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
Yeah, I'm Qeulius Spark. The first name rhymes with Julius, but it's Qeulius with a Q.
I like that.
Yeah, I can
Spark.
dig that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we came on our last episode. We talked about a lot of stuff, foundation. And in the process talking about foundation, the question came up about AI. And when we talked about AI, I stopped the conversation because I know AI is something that I know for a fact that you know a lot about, and a lot of people, they don't know about AI. And some people don't even know what the word AI, what it means.
Right.
Some people use artificial intelligence, which what AI symbolizes, and some people use other different names. But you introduced a lot of stuff to me in AI. In fact, this was the guy that introduced Siri to me before Siri came to the iPhone.
Okay.
Yes, man.
Yeah, iPhone seen that and took that because it's AI too.
Right.
You know, people don't know about how AI began. AI began over 50 before I was born.
Right. So it's been here.
Oh yes.
Okay.
AI started getting more popular after the 50s, believe it or not.
Right.
And it had a boom in the 60s, a real boom, and everybody investing money in it and all that, and it was great. And then in the 80s, they had what they call an AI winter.
Okay.
Everything went to sleep because in the 60s, all the company was putting money in it, and then in the 70s, the money wasn't coming back.
Right.
Gotcha.
And so they're like, wait a minute. So they like pulled the funding, pulled all that. So in the 80s, they had the winter. It's pretty much just like PCs. We had the computer boom, you know, the internet boom at the late 90s.
That's right.
And then it burst.
Yes.
It burst, and everybody pulled their money out, and it went down. Same thing. But AI been here.
Okay.
Been here.
Did AI started in the military? I'm assuming it started in the military.
Well, you know, the military takes any technology and use it.
Right.
Yeah, you know, a lot of stuff come from China.
Right. They take all technology and use it first. The application, of course, turning it to military. But they do all that first. So, yeah, they have the best. They're always going to have the best or try to have the best.
And he right about that. That's funny because I grew up a military brat. That's like what they called us. And I remember one time I ran away. Like seriously, like I ran away, like to the woods. And maybe like a couple of hours later, my stepdad came walking up on me, and I'm figuring like, how did he know where I was at? But what I used to do, I used to take his field bags and stuff like that. He had something in that field bag that told him like, hey, your son's right here. And believe it or not, bro, he came in the woods to that creek and got me.
It's like in the 80s, huh?
Nah, this is like early like 90s. This is like when I say the first Desert Storm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this was like around the first Desert Storm. And
So
he
they had
came in
GPS
there and
tracking
he got
before
me.
time.
Yeah,
'Cause it
you
was
got to
something
remember.
in that bag.
Military have 20 to 30 years technology
Right.
before we get it. The cell phone, they had cell phones in World War One.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Motorola was making cell phones in World War One.
That's about right.
And then the walkie-talkie from two-way came in with the chirping. It came and it left, but they still use that. Somebody
Yeah.
told me they still use that, and the pager.
Yeah.
They still use that. I told somebody the other day, they were saying that AI is some new stuff that was cooked up, but I made them think. Where do you think it came from when you have a new message. No, the voicemail, that's an AI actually telling you one new message. Some
All of
people,
that's,
they
all
don't.
that's, all that's artificial
AI.
intelligence. Yes, people don't know. When people hear artificial intelligence, they're automatically thinking a computer that can think and like a robot that can think and all of that. There, artificial intelligence is one step above algorithm, software algorithm that we use every day and don't know nothing about. We don't think of it because it's not in our, it's not in our field of, of enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know how much it already is here.
And, the TV shows have artificial intelligence. Back in the 80s, people overlooked this. Prime example, Knight Rider. Kit was that artificial intelligence car that would talk to Michael Knight and tell him what to do. If you want to go back a little further, Jetsons.
Right.
Remember they had the smart lady that would tell you?
And see, that exactly was the cartoon they was putting out at the early 70s because they thought AI was going to overtake us. Obviously. It overtook us, but not obviously. They did it, where you can't hardly see it. But even back like in the 60s, that's where that come from.
Right.
You have the Jetson with all the, computers when people think of computers back then, they thought AI and computer was the same thing.
Yes.
Right.
They mixed it. Oh, that's. They didn't say artificial intelligence. The scientists did, but the regular people just said computer. That's why regular people were scared of computers. Well, that's a computer. It's gonna know this. It's gonna know that. Because they thinking AI, but they saying computers. You and I, we repair computers. We talk to people like I'm scared of that. As for my children, I don't know nothing about that. They was afraid of it. They still afraid of it. The old people are afraid of computers because they're afraid of AI.
And then it comes to the big screen. Here comes the Terminator. People, they fail to realize the Terminator comes to kick the door in and show you, look, this is the robot. This is going to be the future. It has to be programmed. It's intelligent.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, the thing about AI and why a lot of people are interested in right now is because they want to know, two things. How can I, invest in it?
Yeah.
How could I make money in it? And also, do I need to be afraid of it? I'm scared of it. And both of those, plays a part. The thing is, we're going into a point whereas AI is taking away jobs.
Right.
That's right. Hollywood is getting affected by it right now.
Right, yeah.
When we was talking about how it's already in play, it is so much in play that, let me show you this here. I just got this information. Twitter, Elon took Twitter.
X.
Well, he took Twitter and made it X, but X.com always been here. He tried to make PayPal X. They wouldn't let him. That's why they kicked him out.
Oh,
Okay. Oh yeah. X started back in 90s. That's his thing. X basically is a variable. He wanted to be everything.
Right.
Like over there in China, they have that app that's an everything app that everybody uses.
Yes.
Right. So he want X to be like that way back in the 90s. And so he bought Twitter for X. And when he bought Twitter, he laid off 75% of all Twitter employees.
Man.
Laid them all off, and Twitter's still working or X is still working. Then why do they need those people?
Right.
Giving away free money.
Yeah. I don't want to get into that subject, but
okay.
yeah.
We're going to say that for another subject.
But the fact is, artificial intelligence running all of that anyway. You got workers and you got watchers. Watchers, you don't need watchers because AI watches itself, so to speak.
Right.
It checks itself and watches itself. But those people was getting free money. And he looked at that and he said, okay, these go. And it was 75%. They say 75% of all laid off. And these people was making over 6 figures each.
75%.
See,
And
I
Twitter
never knew that.
and Twitter or X is still operating. So why were they getting money?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
That's
subject.
a whole nother subject.
And in Hollywood, a lot of they got the writers thing going on.
Exactly.
With a lot of the people, instead of them writing the scripts, they're basically using AI technology to write the scripts for them because all they have to do is go in and do the description.
Tell it what to do.
Tell it what to do.
And it does it.
It's going to write it exactly to the T. It won't be misdone. You may have a little tweaking here and there you may have to do, but overall, it works. I seen some stuff he showed me personally. He basically told the thing to write a rap about me, and it actually wrote a rap exactly about me to the T.
And how fast?
In less than 35, not even 5-6 seconds.
And that's funny that you say that because like a couple of days ago on Instagram, I guess the dude that's good with AI, he did a whole rap song with Donald Trump. I'm talking about like a whole
With
song.
Donald Trump's voice?
Yeah, with his voice.
Exactly.
I'm talking about it sounds like spot on.
Well, they got a lady
And that was dangerous. Now that scared me.
I'll tell you something that's even more. It was a lady on the news. Somebody called her phone, told her they had her daughter held hostage.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted some money. And it had her daughter's voice on the thing as if she was being hostage, held hostage.
Right.
What made her double check, she called school. Her daughter was at school. Somebody was actually finna swindle money out of her. And she actually thought that was her daughter on the opposite line being held hostage.
Right.
That's one of many. They actually did a corporation like that, and the CEO or one of the top executive CEO called and said, transfer this money to this here bank. And they did it because he was the CEO.
Right.
They knew the voice and all that, but the voice wasn't real.
Yeah.
And they did
it wasn't real.
Yeah, and they did it, and they got away with it.
Right.
Yes. The thing about AI, what people are going to realize, rather, is that it can do almost everything you can do. And that's the scary part.
Yeah.
It's going to put a lot of people out of jobs, but what people don't realize and know, and again, this is a whole nother subject, but what people don't realize and know is that you shouldn't be working anyway.
Right.
You see, the world works for you.
Right.
The food, nature,
y'all heard that?
Nature designed everything to work for you. You don't have to work. You can just watch and manage. That's what we're supposed to do.
Watch and
all of
manage.
us. Food. Look at all. Look around. Where's the earth actually producing food? They took away all of that, but it was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's
if
true.
you work the soil, that's it. You're gonna get your. You work the soil, then your soul will be fed.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and this is for free
Yeah, for
because
free, yeah.
nature brought you here. You know, nature brought you here, so nature gonna take
Take
care
you
of
out.
Right. No, it's gonna take care
It's
of you.
gonna take care of you.
No, we're taking you out if you go against nature.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're doing now because we got so
Yeah,
many fast
yeah.
food joints and this
And you
that,
hear what I'm
so
saying?
it's kinda-
Nature. It's all about nature, and it's all about what's natural. We're not talking natural intelligence. We're talking artificial intelligence, and that's the problem. You see,
Gotcha.
artificial intelligence is against nature when it tried to overtake nature and take nature out.
Right.
And I always said, when you had the hurricane that came that hit New Orleans, Katrina, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
This is ironic. I always tell people this. The hurricane hit them. The following year, they win the Super Bowl.
Right.
Proven fact. They win the Super Bowl the following year. Harvey hit us. Astros win the World Series the following year.
Mm-hmm.
I always figure like, man, did they program to make the storm come here
Right.
to cripple the economy and then turn back around and say, let's bring more money back inside? Because, you know, if AI can turn back around, AI can say, it can generate the whole blueprint, the whole plan. Hey, look, natural disaster, Houston, Texas. Once it hit Houston, Texas, you can go back, you can do this. Because when they run them championships, it brings money into the city.
Right.
And that is so crazy and ironic. That
way the government don't have to put the money in.
There you go.
Right. So when you look at that, you said, did they program to make? When you say that, what hit my mind is programming and matrix.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Smart man.
Hey, you know, a lot of people don't know the real story. Matrix is another one.
Yeah.
AI.
Of course, that's
Being
the whole
inside.
thing. Yeah. Exactly. The thing is, the matrix is everywhere.
Right.
Like they say, you are in the matrix.
Yeah, you're in the matrix.
Well, the womb of a woman is what a matrix actually means. People don't know that. The womb is the matrix.
Right.
It's written in the Bible. We all come out of the matrix, so to speak, when we come out of the womb.
Correct.
Because in the matrix, that's where everything is made, modified,
Yes.
molded. That's when the embryo becomes, the fetus become the embryo, yada yada yada, and we come in the matrix, and we come out of the matrix. Right. But when we come out of the matrix, we in another matrix.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
So we're in another matrix, and as far as the movie's concerned, a lot of people believe that Neo, which was the one, and when he say the one, it's like he's the only. He wasn't the only one.
Right.
He was just one of the ones, but he was the one that's supposed to lead all the other ones out. And when you got the ones, you also got those who are not real, which is the artificial intelligence, like Mr. Smith and all that.
Right.
That's a zero, because they're not one.
They're not one.
See, everything deal with ones and zeros.
Yeah, you know,
Ones and zeros. That's natural and unnatural.
and you know, speaking of Matrix, a lot of people don't talk about this subject, but I was told, and I saw a clip. Is it true that a black female came up with the idea for the Matrix, but it's actually tied to something else that's out there in the film universe.
Terminator.
People don't know that.
Terminator.
Right.
Her
They're
name's
trying
Sophia
to-
Lewis. Yeah.
She created that.
Yeah.
So
she
a black
designed
woman
that.
created that.
Yeah, back
Yes.
in the 80s. Yeah. She submit the script to those people, and they took it and gave it back to her and said, we don't want it. It is not good enough. Yeah, it's been done before, yada, yada, yada. And the truth of the matter is it has been done before because Superman is similar to the Matrix.
Right.
If you notice in the Matrix, they say, oh, what is Neo? Oh, he's doing his Superman thing. Mm-hmm. Superman come from another planet, quote unquote.
Right.
Yeah, just like Jesus, walking on water.
Yeah.
All of that's connected. And we're going back to the Matrix and simulation and artificial intelligence. But you got natural intelligence, you got artificial intelligence. You got the ones and zeros. We as beings are natural.
Right.
You know, so how could a natural person do unnatural things?
Unnatural things.
Well, you can only do unnatural things with tools.
Right.
You know, you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
build
you
a
need
you can build a
some type-
house with a hammer or without a hammer, but it's gonna take you a long time without a hammer.
Right.
Yep.
The tools make you into what people call a god. You know, he got a tool. I don't care how big you are. That dude got a gun. You're gonna be scared of this guy with the gun.
Right, right.
You know, who you want to fight? The guy with the gun or the big muscle guy? Okay, give me the big
Yeah,
muscle
give
guy.
me the big muscle. Yeah.
Take the muscle.
Yeah, I'll take that pound tonight because I might survive that pound.
You might, yeah.
Yeah, but that gun.
That's a tool.
Yeah.
And so the tool is what makes everyone bigger and better.
Right.
No matter how small you are. This little dude, this midget with a gun, I don't want
Yeah. I don't want none
to
of
deal
that.
with him. So artificiality is dealing with the tools.
And so
Yes.
what happens to us as a people in a sense when it's like they start using the AI to a point to where, like you said, it just wipes us out from our jobs.
We don't
from
supposed to be working anyway.
So you let the AI work for you.
Like the earth.
but
right. That's the
but
tool.
That's the scary part to me because it's like
What do you think?
because I look at it like this. I know that we're not supposed to be working, right? But look how the government controls everything. So if I'm not supposed to be working, it makes me feel like they can pick and choose
And they- and that-
different groups on who they want AI to work for.
And they
So
can.
If you don't put me in that group, it's like
Well,
what am I,
Yeah, what you gonna do?
yeah, how will I survive?
Well, you heard about universal basic income, right? UBI?
right.
Yeah, get into that. You'll see what I'm talking about. I think they're starting in California already.
heard that.
But
It's UBI.
universal basic income pretty much saying you don't have to work. We'll take care of you because, it's just right that we, help you
yeah.
survive.
Right.
Because we don't need you to work, but we're going to take care of you. The earth's supposed to take care of you, but the government going to take care of you. That way the government be over you. That's why it's called government. They're going to
Right.
govern your mentality. Government.
Hold on. What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need my UBI.
Yeah.
so-
Now you don't necessarily want it though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why.
that's the scary part. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why. Universal basic income basically is welfare.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Oh, I don't want it.
They're giving you welfare so that you won't go to warfare.
Yeah.
You see, because it's going back to the Matrix.
So it seems
it's
like
a
they're gonna
revolution.
give you just enough to be comfortable and not be mad at the situation.
That's the whole point.
Take your mind off of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
people, they don't understand.
And you know what? I feel like they tried that during Corona. That's honestly
Well,
what I
yeah,
feel like.
yeah.
I feel like when Corona came out, they shut everything down, made everybody sit back and say, check this out. I'm gonna give you this right here. You're gonna be all right. You just sit there, watch movies.
And how many people like,
yeah.
oh, I got.
Yeah.
Yep, I got the free unemployment.
The stimulus,
I got the stimulus. I got the food
The
stamps.
people only got mad when they found out that Canadians was getting more money.
Yeah.
Yes.
than they was.
Yeah, because that's what it seemed like. People only got mad when they found out somebody else was getting more than what they got. And I worked through the whole thing. Like up to my bro, I caught Corona, was off my job for like 3 months. Thought I was gonna die. I had to go on medical leave. Like I worked through that whole thing, but it just seemed so funny. Imagine getting up in the morning, going to work, and it took you an hour to get to work. But you get up in the morning and now it's only taking you 20 minutes. Because when I'm going to work, it's looking the
Right.
world is looking like a ghost town.
Right, everybody at home.
Yeah. And I'm traveling these highways looking around like, what the... It felt like Mad Max to me.
Oh,
Like, what the hell is going on? Like,
Yes.
you only see a couple of people moving around. Everybody else is at home.
Right.
and the lights stay green. They don't turn red.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, ain't nobody out there for it to turn red to.
I didn't see too many officers out there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm going a little faster.
And
Yeah,
I
that's
even
true.
seen two of my buddies got out of tickets. They basically, when the officer pulled them over, they just basically was confident and they told them, keep going, don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, you can't do it now. I mean, of course,
right.
they going to be like, roll your window down. We'll get
Yeah.
you to a actual hospital.
Right.
AI also, too, the red light.
Oh, yeah.
That's artificial intelligence because it thinks to tell you, go forward.
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop,
Or have the little hand guard going up. So, the AI stuff, it even, when it became part of payroll, because people fail to realize bank accounts,
Yeah.
direct deposit,
Yeah. Right.
artificial intelligence, because I'm not sitting behind a counter hitting the button to tell it to do it. You're programming it to actually do that. And it's intelligent and it's smart. Like the guy that accidentally got 300 times his amount of pay.
Right.
And he didn't go back to work the next day.
Right.
They contacted him and told him, I think the man got like some six figures. He supposed to got a $1,250 check. He got way more. He got six figures. So that company is still trying to fight to get that money back.
Get that money back.
But once again, they depend on AI technology.
Right.
Like these PlayStations and Xboxes and iPhones come out. When people go in to do the drops, the AI do it for you. You want to get in line? You don't have to no longer get in line. I'll go there and within about half of a second, boom, I bought that PlayStation for you. Boom, it's in your card. It's ready, paid for. It's ready to go.
Exactly.
Versus the other way, where you have to get in line and do stuff. It's making it now where AI is actually controlling people's lives too.
Right.
To be honest with you, is actually telling people what they can and what they cannot do, what they should and what they shouldn't do. Is actually even programming our children.
Right.
Is telling them what to do. I saw something the other day. Well, they brought back Tupac and Biggie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In an AI form, and I heard the actual song, and I'm not gonna lie. And I'm a Tupac fan, and
It sound just like him,
sound
huh?
just like him. I'm not lying.
right.
It's like it wasn't no clips that was cut out. Man, I'm not lying. It sounded exactly. So that's gonna hurt the artists because why I have to go ahead and pay you for a feature when I can go get somebody?
Yeah.
I know this guy actually basically sound like Tupac, but I can say his name is this, but I can get him to do the song and I can get him to write it. And the song actually sound exactly like something that he would say right now if he was actually alive. But the AI technology cut it to the T. So why do you need a Drake to do a track when I can get this person, I want you to sound just like Drake, and this is what I want you to say, boom. So now it's going to get to the point where people going to have to basically, I guess, trademark their voices. I saw something the other day.
You would want to.
They got something called deep fakes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Deep fakes is deep.
Man, I saw Morgan Freeman on the deep fake. It's got the video of him exactly he's talking, hi, I'm Morgan Freeman, and the other person is doing the talking.
Right.
But when it comes out, that is not Morgan
Well,
Freeman.
let me tell you the upgrade on that, though.
Uh-oh.
Actually, people, was programming that, with the deep fakes. You don't hear deep fakes no more.
What?
You don't hear them about them no more. No.
I just heard about this a few months ago.
No. Deep fakes is old. That's old. The AI have Mid-Journey. Mid-Journey is an AI that you just tell it. You don't have to program. Just tell it. Do Morgan Freeman as Santa Claus. It will do the video and everything, voice, video, and all that.
Right.
Man.
So it's like instant now. All
and
of
then,
that.
like my man is saying, like the HARP weather control. My man Q is saying the HARP weather control. Is that part of AI?
Oh yeah, it's connected to the system. When I was way back in the days, I don't mind aging myself, but way back in the days, I used to sell in the 80s. I used to sell cell phones.
Right.
And back then, there was, even in the 70s, they had cell phone that they used to put an antenna on top of your car.
Yes, I remember those.
Right. Well,
Some people still got them on their cars right now.
Right. And so the cell phones I was selling in the 80s, they work with the antenna when you plug it into, and they work to the antenna in your car. And back then I was smiling because we call them cellular phones, as opposed to cell phone.
Yep.
Yeah, cellular phones. And I used to sell them back then. Do y'all remember that?
I remember that. But that's back in the Betamax days.
So my question is, do y'all remember having cell phone towers everywhere back then?
No, I don't.
I seen some
remember having
downtown.
No, I'm talking about back in the 80s.
Nah.
No. I ain't see.
I can remember my dad walking around with this bag with the phone in it, with a battery and it be in the bag. He'd be talking, and sometimes he put the bag on me, damn bag, 10, 20 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm walking on side.
And what I'm getting at, and I don't want to
to
get too deep into the conspiracy theory, as they would call it, but what we talking about HARP, and you're talking about cell phones. What we got out there, that cell phone towers are not actually cell phone towers. That's all I'm saying. They work with the HARP system,
Right.
and they can, manipulate the weather.
Manipulate.
I think they got a thing on TikTok where Biden was saying that they actually doing that. They've been doing that. Yeah. Weather control been just like AI, been since the 40s and 50s. They used to put things in the air. Actually, they still do with the chemtrails. They put things in the air and yada yada yada. But going forward, AI is a tool. That's what I keep trying to say. It's a tool. Right. Whoever owns that powerful tool have control
over the world,
over whatever area they're in. And we're talking about corporations, not just governments.
Right.
Because I have it on personal knowledge that the corporations have better technology than the government and the military.
Right.
And they keep it private from the military because the military will take it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So if you got something, if you have something, and it's a moneymaker, the government will come take it from you.
Yeah, they can get it. Oh
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
They
wrote that into their charter where
they legally can do that.
Yeah, because it would be it could be a threat to the government.
Yeah. Or either take you out, one of the two.
But legally they can take whatever they want from you if what you have could be construed or put it into say the enemy's hand and become a threat to the government. They got a right to take it from you.
Don't you know how many cars that's been? I think it's been like 2 or 3 people that was
talking about the water car?
able to make cars that run off of water, and they out of there.
And
like all 3 of them.
You say, well, how could that be a threat to the government? Well, the way that could be a threat to the government is because it'd be a threat to the system, for as the money making system, and that'll throw the economy off, which throws the government off.
Right.
Gotcha.
So therefore, they'll take it and they say, look, we can't put that out there. What a lot of people don't know about EVs, and I own one, Tesla. They didn't want Tesla to come out. That's why they was always against Tesla. In 2021, the government had a EV convention, and they didn't invite Tesla.
Right.
But they invited everybody else but Tesla. And Tesla is the only one actually making cars out there. You could check the chart right now. Most companies that claim they got EVs, they got a few. They got a few EVs.
Right.
But they don't have EVs.
So
let me say this here. I gotta say this here. They just talked about what's the name of this car company? Lucid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've seen Lucid too. Bad. That mother's. I've seen one.
But they only make about 22 cars a day though.
Yeah, but
they're not really making cars. They make 22 cars a day. Tesla makes 1,700 a day.
Right. So why is it that they make
only 22?
Yeah.
Because they ain't plan on making EVs. They plan on making money from the government. Why do you think the CEO he didn't get in trouble, but he got blasted on the internet because he made $379 million as a salary in 1 year.
Right.
And yet they ain't putting up a 22 cars a day. Come on now.
Yeah,
it's a scam.
Yes, it's
a scam. Tesla is not a scam in that area. Tesla is making cars. But, yeah, and Elon didn't get paid that much, even though he's the world's richest man. He didn't get paid that much. It's primarily a scam. I'm like, okay.
I always wondered, people like Elon, like, how do they get past the government with all that knowledge and not be
shut down? Well, they figured he wasn't going to really, because they told everybody not to invest in him. They figured he wasn't going to last. Mercedes invested, they claimed $50 million in Tesla way before they actually made the first one.
Right.
Toyota put a bunch of money in it, and they still was struggling in 2017, 2018 when they came out with the Model 3. They was struggling because those big companies pulled their money out.
Right.
And in 2020, everybody wanted the cars though. The cars are great. Everybody wanted the cars. And that kind of made the government like,
Didn't Apple?
Yeah, they invested and then pulled out too. They don't want the cars because the cars don't give the automobile industry any money. Right. You buy the car, that's it. You don't come back for repairs. You don't come back for repairs. You don't come back to buy another car because the battery pack lasts 1 million to 2 million miles. And you don't have an engine. You have a motor. You know, a motor has like 29 moving parts. That's it. An engine has 475 moving parts. You know, they break down in 5 years. They designed that way. Design obsolescence. They did that back in the 60s where you're going to have to go buy another car. Tesla, you don't buy another car. The first real Model S came out in 2012.
Right.
It's still going today.
I was gonna buy one,
and they look better than new cars. And they still going today.
Right.
You know, and so they did not want the EVs to come out because Tesla is based off of the GM made EV1 back in the 90s.
Right.
Back in the 90s. And they leased them and did for 6 years, and then they pulled them back and they smashed them all because they're like, no, it's not going to make us money in the future.
So do you think, as in the automobile world, that we're headed closer to more Tesla models than...
Yeah, that's why they say 2035 and 2030, 2035, we're going to have all EVs, yada, yada, yada. So they have to transition, and that's what they're doing in the next 36 months. They're transitioning over, and they're trying to get the cheapest battery and all that kind of stuff. Tesla really don't have a problem with their cars catching fire like Chevy did, you know. Because Chevy they was trying to get the cheapest battery. Like, okay, we got to make them. Let's make cheap batteries, you know, put them out there, and then they had that problem.
Catching fire,
They're like, oh.
Well, you know, we actually when you come down to actual cars, I've been waiting since the 2000s for the cars to be flying, and they ain't flying yet.
Well, they have flying cars right now. Yeah, and the flying cars are primarily drones. Drone with passenger seats.
You can get in them and they fly.
Yeah, they got them already. Right. Exactly. In fact, that kind of leads me to one of the things I want to talk about when we talk about AI. People are focused on AI. That is not what real people should be focusing on.
So what's the focus?
Y'all have y'all heard of the singularity?
No.
No, I haven't.
I want to say wow because it's super. AI is only one part of the singularity. One part. There's 12 parts of the singularity, and AI is only one. All of them, we're talking about augmented reality.
I know about that.
Yeah.
Virtual reality.
Yeah, virtual.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're talking about autonomous vehicles, not just electric vehicles, but electric vehicles is one of them too. Electric vehicles like the one I have. Autonomous vehicles don't even have a room for a person to sit in. They have a plane that they're having now, building a plane, a fighter jet plane with no person in it, totally autonomous. And they're selling it they want to sell it to the military, whereas a fighter jet goes out to fight, and you have one right on side of him. But this one here is AI total, autonomous.
Right.
And it could do better than him.
Better than him.
In fact, this week they had, you ever seen those drones where people racing the drones real fast?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Well, this week, it was this week or last week, probably last week, AI beat a human, and that was the first time. Flying a drone through those patterns real quick.
Wow.
AI do that.
Well, I wonder can AI battle another AI? That's the thing I want to know. Can two AIs actually battle? Because I heard certain things like, I'm going to use Amazon for an example. A lot of people don't know. A lot of book writers are getting banned from Amazon.
Exactly.
Because they're letting the AI write the book.
They're letting the AI write the book.
And Amazon has, I guess, a special software that can
They have an AI software to generate to see if that's an AI generated.
So they can tell now.
But they already have an AI that you send your AI through that AI, and that other AI can't tell that it's an AI generated book.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. The better lock to unlock the lock to
right.
It was a lady and her daughter. I think the little girl was 12 years old. She made over $500,000 in 1 year in writing books. The AI wrote the book for the little girl.
I don't think she did. It was probably just typed in.
No, you just tell it. She took her phone and said, I wanted to have a book about children's stories doing this. And she went into detail, and the little girl talked on her phone. And it wrote the whole book up. Even, I didn't believe this, even wrote drew the pictures.
Right.
She didn't have to do anything but get the book print. And actually the AI recommended the young lady a printing company to go through to print the whole book out.
Right.
And then gave her the actual marketing plan of how much money she need to invest into doing it and how she need to set it up where she don't have to come out of her pocket and buy no books, that it will basically be sold upon her doing the promotion, and this is how she need to promote her book.
Exactly.
$500,000, a 12-year-old man.
And gave her the whole scheme.
Yeah, the AI will give you the...
That's the tool. That's the tool.
Yeah, it's actually, it's teaching you AI can teach you how to make money. You know how they say, work smart,
Smarter,
not
not
hard.
hard.
You
Right,
see what I'm
right.
saying? So
So the
it's,
AI is doing the work for you.
yeah, it's doing it for
it's
you.
the two.
So it's like you
it's-
the employer, and it's the worker. It's going to do what
Exactly.
you're telling you.
And that's the way you're supposed to work with AI when you're working with it, doing the prompts. You have to be the master and it's the slave.
Yes.
Now
Right,
listen to
right.
this here. I wrote them all down so I can access them better. The 12 technologies I'm talking about with the singularity,
Mm-hmm.
6G. We got 5G technology right now,
Right.
but it's still in its infancy. It's about to be matured in 2 years.
Xfinity said they got 10G. I knew that wasn't true.
But they
I
got
saw-
They working on 6G. They got 6G, but they working on it, and they're going to release it in probably about
Is it
2
is it
3
such thing
years.
as a 10G right now? Because Xfinity say 10G, and I knew that didn't sound right.
Yeah, nah.
So it's,
Okay.
so it's 6G.
It's 6G that's going to really be around, maybe even 7G when the singularity hit. The singularity they got a date on it. Some say 2029, some say 2030, and I personally say 2036.
Right.
When the singularity hit, everything you know of is gone.
And it's called singularity.
The singularity, right?
It's already
You,
here.
you can go. You can Google it. It's like right now. I would say it's about 6 months old. If you're talking about a baby.
Right.
But 6G technology is one of them. Macro robotics, I mean you got a robot walking around with you. Nano robotics, that means you got nanites, robots inside your blood system that'll keep you alive or kill you.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Run that back.
Okay, I saw
Nanites.
that in a movie. I think the Terminator.
Now, it's called what?
Nanites.
Nanites.
Nanites. It go in your bloodstream.
Exactly.
So-
robots, they can
Cure
heal your
you.
heart. They can heal your heart, or they can kill you. There's a movie called In Time with Justin Timberlake. I think Justin Timberlake. Well,
I seen that.
You seen it?
Kind of like running out of time, and he had to keep
That's
charging up
nanites.
the.
That's nanites. Every
Right.
time you work, they give you more time.
Yeah.
But if you run out of time, your heart stops.
Yeah, that's it.
That's nanites. They've been working on that. That's one of the techniques. It's what we call emerging technology because they're emerging. 6G robots, nano robots, advanced drone technology. You're gonna have drones everywhere. You're gonna see drones everywhere, and they be able to see you. And some of them are weaponized. They don't need police out there. They'll get a drone to shoot you.
Right.
And then you got quantum computers.
Okay.
You heard of quantum computers?
Yeah. I didn't heard of that.
Quantum computers, they say, you read about it, they're going to say, we don't have no application for quantum computers because the software we have, quantum computer can't understand it because it's so basic. Quantum computer can do things like you would call magic, but they don't have no software yet for that. Well, the artificial intelligence is going to have software for it. But it's going to tell them what to do. It's going to use that to be almost like a god.
Right.
Quantum computer is going to take it to that level. Also, after that, you got genetic technology, where they're working on genes and genetics. They're going to have what you would call clones of anybody. They can do that. They can 3D print a person,
DNA.
Through the DNA and RNA, exactly.
Right.
They're going to 3D. That's the technology. Those are the 6. The other 6 are virtual reality, augmented reality, autonomous vehicles, electric vehicles, blockchain technology. All of this emerging, and of course, the last one is artificial intelligence, which is going to control all of that. Once artificial intelligence get all of those other 11 along with its 12,
Right.
that's the singularity. That's why it's called the singularity. All of them emerging right together at the same time.
And then what's funny because a lot of that stuff is brain capturing because my sister, she has like that Oculus thing, right? And I went there one day to, play the boxing. Yeah, it was cool. Or whatever.
Which one you play, Creed?
I don't know if it was Creed. Maybe it was like the first one. But you're the boxer and you're like boxing the dude.
That's the Creed.
Yeah,
That's
so
No,
the
not
maybe it is.
necessarily, because I have 2 of them.
Yeah.
I have the Quest. Yeah,
So
I
it
have
might
the
have been
Quest
the
2.
first
I have
one.
the Quest. I have the Quest. I have the Oculus Go. I have the Quest, and I have the Quest Pro.
And so I'm boxing, right? Boxing. I mean, did maybe like 2-3 boxing matches. When I took that Oculus off, it seemed like it took my brain maybe like an hour or 2
To readjust?
to snap back into reality, and it just gave me like this funny feeling like the whole time. But it's like
you was in a dream.
yeah, when it took my brain like an hour to
And you know,
snap back.
The thing that's crazy, she got the white one or the black one.
She got the white one.
I remember when that first came out. He turned me on to that.
So why is that? Is that
Well, you're dealing from virtual reality, which is artificial reality,
right?
to natural reality. and your brain needs to adjust. That's why a lot of people get sick in it because
okay.
in
I didn't get
in the
sick,
virtual
but it's
reality,
like-
they're moving. Like if you're running, they're moving. That's why you don't have too many cars game. You're moving,
Right.
but your natural brain says you're not moving.
you're
but
not moving.
Yeah, so you got a conflict. Like people get sick,
Yeah.
flying planes and things of that nature. But we say, because I play it almost every day.
Right.
We say you got to get your VR legs. That's what we call it.
Oh, okay. So you just,
Yeah, you gotta do it
The
over-
more
yeah.
you play,
Your
the
brain
more
will get
your
adjusted to
okay,
it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because I was confused. I'm driving home and it's like my brain is like my brain tripping
Well, you
with
know,
me, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with my damn brain?
the thing that hooked me with that technology, when he told me about it, I went and got one. I got the black one. It blew me away to know I had my own apartment. I can say I want to go to the movie theater. I can watch the movie here, and he can be watching over there where he is.
Right.
We sitting in the
sitting in the
same
same
room.
That's
And it blew me away, and I started saying, okay, well, cool. So I say my next step was the PlayStation.
Right.
When they did the reality,
PSVR.
I tried the VR. It wasn't the same. It was cool. It was all right. It wasn't the same. I basically say, all right, let me try this. Let me see what this is about. Tried it. No, it ain't. It's not nothing like that. Then I went a step further.
Right.
I say, okay, now they got this new thing coming out. Apple switched it. They didn't do the virtual reality. They did the augmented reality.
Right.
$3,000 for this headset. Comes out in January of next year, January, February or something. I'm gonna buy it. It's some glasses that you can put on, and even the Oculus that you have, you don't get the full effect out of that one.
Right.
That $2,000, $1,200 Oculus, that's the one that's gonna give you the full because of the way the lenses are and the way the processing and the
Yeah, the one I
graphics
have
are.
right now that's the one.
Oh,
I
you
have
got
that
the- you
one.
got
yeah.
that one?
Yeah, I got the Pro, and it could do the same thing that the Apple Vision can do. In fact, my son does it right now. Yeah,
Do
where
you
you
like
have
it?
screens you can see, and then you still have the screens up there you can see. Yeah, you got we call it pass through. Where
Right.
it's not enclosed. You can see everything around you, but you have augmented reality.
That's the one that you want to get.
Okay.
If you get that one right there,
Well, no, they have one coming out. If I'm not mistaken, this month or next month, the Quest 3.
oh man,
And the Quest 3 can do that. Just like my Pro, the Quest 3 can do it. And
is it gonna be black?
yeah, that's the thing. They want to sell the Pro, so they made it white.
Yeah.
I hate the white
It ain't
ones,
white,
man.
it ain't
You can
right.
scan it though. You can scan it.
You can skin it. See, that's why I didn't get the other one because it was white. I said, man, I don't want a white. I want a black one.
They know that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, they know that.
They know. Hey, look, this is how we gonna. Cause, like he said, when you put it on, you don't know what color it is. Anyway,
yeah,
When you
yeah,
put it
yeah,
on,
yeah.
but still, me knowing it's a black one, and like, hey man, I got this one right here,
Right.
and this is the one that's actually good. The AI, the future of AI, for as we know as movies, people being out of a job, AI can't talk back to you.
Right.
AI won't call in. AI won't.
Get sick.
I don't think AI would like stab you in the back
Right.
unless you. I
Tell
guess
it
you
to.
provoke it. I'm
Yeah.
assuming if you provoke it.
Well, I forgot her name, but Google hired a lady, a natural lady like us, to make sure that they programming the AI without bias,
Right.
against colored people.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, well, she was a good programmer, and
Okay.
she looked at it, she said, okay. Then she seen there was bias in it,
Yeah.
and she said, hey, this is bias because the programmers was biased.
Yeah, it was biased. Yeah.
So they programming it to be biased. And again, that's going to go into something else from talk about AI. So she put it on. She put it out. That because she told them to stop or whatever. This is what's going on, and Google ignored her because they wanted it to be biased. And so she outed them on in the article. She outed them, and so they fired her. And so she told about them firing her because they hired her so they won't be biased, but they was biased. And when she told them they was biased, they stayed biased.
Yeah,
and then
right.
when she outed them, they fired her.
Right.
Of course, she got, compensated for that. But yeah, they fired her. The thing about AI, when people are feared of it, this is what I say. It could do magical things. It could do all of these things.
Right.
But there's one thing AI will never, ever, 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 ever be able to do.
And that's what.
Come up with a original idea.
Oh,
Man.
It would.
I never thought of that.
It would never be able to do that.
So with all that power that it holds,
Can't come up with one original
basic thing
idea.
that it needs. It can't come up with.
That is from natural order.
Right.
We can come up with an original idea.
It cannot.
It cannot.
It can duplicate, recreate.
All it does is render what you give it.
Right.
Or render what you teach it. When they train them, when you look at it, they say large language training. They training it off of all the internet and everything is no.
That's why I can go in and find the voices and because it's just
Exactly.
going in and just looking for what it needs and go back and say, hey, I'm gonna reincarnate this like the pictures. The pictures now be the pictures, but it's their voices and they talking and they saying it. So it's going in.
But
doing
it doesn't. It cannot come up because it cannot connect to nature.
Right.
It's a hammer. It's a tool, and that's not natural.
Yeah, it's not natural.
Only nature can connect to nature.
Right.
Only that which is natural can connect with nature. You can't put anything in the ground and start growing. The ground will grow it if it's not natural.
Yeah, if it's not natural.
You're sure right. Yeah. So that is the weakness to that's the only way you can beat
biggest
AI.
Weakness. That's the biggest. In fact, the thing is, we're not. You see all these movies like Terminator and all of the Matrix, and the Matrix is one of the biggest one where humans are fighting AI, yada yada yada. That's not real.
It's not real. It's
because the thing is, we don't have to fight them, and we won't be fighting them. But there are some people that want to use it as a weapon, against people.
Right.
And that's the problem. But the people will lose if the people do not wake up.
Right.
And with the people, if the people wake up and become more of what they really are, because the thing is, we have been made not to be natural. They take nature away from us, even though we're natural.
Right.
If you take nature away from that which is natural, it's going to die.
Right.
Unless, of course, you keep. It's almost like an artificial plant.
Yeah.
Or just put it this way: take a plant and put it in your house. Now it's not. It's still in nature. Still in that little.
I got one right there. I got the Karate Kid plant.
Right. Yeah. But you have to take care of it now.
You got to take care
nature
of it.
Is not taking care of it. You take care of it. So that's what they want to do with us. Take us out of nature so they can, like you said, they can, I'm not going to take care of you today. You're going to die.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to take care of this person because I like this person. And that's where the bias come in at.
Right.
And that's when, the whole thing is the bias is the problem.
Yeah, the bias is the
and
problem.
So if everybody.
And that's what scares me about it because I'm like, you got stuff like Fed Now coming out that they're trying to do and like all stuff like that. And it bothers me because I know that a lot of that stuff is going to be biased.
Exactly. That's the problem. Yeah.
Bias. So some AI technology is going to be racist. That's what I'm going to call it.
All of it. Oh, yeah. All of it. Yeah. Because it's ran by those who want to be.
So, but basically, it's the person that
they don't call it that, though. They don't call it that. They just, they look at it like, we need this to survive.
Yeah, to survive.
Because natural, it's hard to get away from this, but I don't really want to, but it's hard. Natural people are very, very powerful people.
Right.
But if they're not activated, then they're like Superman with kryptonite.
Yeah.
And what is the kryptonite? It's social engineering.
Right.
Social engineering is pretty much like programming these people to not activate.
Yeah, to not activate.
If they activate, then the show's over.
And it's so much stuff around nowadays on the internet and here
it's
and there
actually
kind of not activating.
But yet a lot of it is trying to activate us at the same time because a lot of good people putting stuff out there. Some of them people end up missing. You know what I'm talking about? So you got a dichotomy of them fighting who's going to win. But in the end, who's going to win? They're using AI to shut it all down. But the singularity is going to backfire on them because it's going to empower anybody. So they're trying to make sure we don't get connected. Like we're connected on the internet.
Yeah.
They don't want us connected with the singularity. They want all of that to be under their control through AI. Right. AI going to control all those other 11 disciplines. You're not going to have control over drones that can do things that your drone that you buy at the store can't do.
Right. Gotcha.
You ain't going to have control over genetics. You're not a geneticist.
Right. That's right.
But yet they got horse people out there. You're like, what? I never saw that before. And it's going to put fear in your heart. You can't fight with fear. You can fight besides fear, but you can't fight with fear. Fear will hold you back.
Right. Yep, you're right. And personally, a lot of people that do not know what he's talking about, the singularity is like Thanos with the ring.
Exactly.
Get all of those rings together.
Exactly.
When you get all of those stones together,
and what did he do? What did he do? He did that.
Snap of a finger.
And what happened?
He destroyed
half of the universe.
Yeah.
And that is the
just
plan.
that quick.
It's always been the plan.
Right.
And the plan is, the plan. My people told me don't go there. But the plan is control. I'm gonna say it that way. The plan is control, and they can't control nature. Nature is nature. You can't control nature. Nature can. You can plant more trees, but you can't control nature. They try to what they call it genetic modifying and all that.
They doing it with the meat,
exactly,
fruit,
exactly,
all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and people actually eating that stuff.
Yeah, and it's genetic. Going back to the genetics part.
Right.
See, all of that's part of it too.
And all that stuff.
And this is what I wonder. Okay, like when they play with the food like that and the fruit and stuff like that, and then you ingest it, does that play a role
That's what we get a lot of
on
lot
your
of
body and stuff like that? Because I know some of it does, but I always wonder if you're genetically modifying something, especially fruit or food, and then I go and eat it.
It doesn't modify you.
So
No,
that's
it doesn't
what I
modify
always
you unless
wondered,
they put a
because
program in there to do so.
But they can put a program
In fact,
in there
that's
to do
what
so.
that's what Fauci is under investigation for right now. He might go to jail,
Right.
Because he did that back in China, in
Okay.
Wuhan, China.
Yeah.
They're doing what they call the genetics in the viruses that would actually add features to you that ain't supposed to be there.
Right.
That is bad.
Well,
Real bad.
when you speaking of meat, people they don't know this. I always was a big fan of Jack in the Box chicken pitas. I like those. They chicken pitas are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
One day I had one of their chicken pitas, and when I actually ate the chicken pita, it actually went down the wrong way. My body didn't adjust
Rejected it.
but
Rejected it.
it ended up making me. Well, I actually threw up so hard I bust a blood vessel in my eye. When I went back to Jack in the Box and told the lady something was wrong with the meat, she showed me something I did not know. In small writing on the screen, it tells you that some of their products are actually made with the artificial meat, the fake meat. It's not real meat.
Right.
And from that day forward, I never eat. I did order chicken pita from Jack in the Box 3 weeks ago.
Right.
I told them, and the lady thought I was crazy. I say, I don't want the chicken. Just give me the pita with the lettuce and the tomatoes. And I had some grilled chicken already at home. I just threw it in the inside.
Right.
But some of the products that we eating is actually fake. Speaking of artificial intelligence, they're talking about coming up with, I don't know if it was a McDonald's or a Burger King. They're going to have it when you pull up to the drive-thru. You tell the thing what you want.
Oh, that's McDonald's.
Okay, it's McDonald's.
Yeah, they already have that. They already have that.
Is that already?
Oh yeah, in Texas, right? No people.
No people.
Hold on. No people?
No people.
No people.
You pull up, it's gonna make your food and everything. You come to the window, you're gonna get it. Some locations may have a person on staff that turns back around, and they try to make everything paperless too. The AI is telling the world we need to go paperless. Cut down the counterfeiting. And
you're talking about the money?
The money, yeah.
Yeah. They got that already.
Man, where I been?
Digital currency, yeah.
Yeah, well, the AI, a guy was talking about AI with the Bitcoin. Somebody say that AI told a person that one of the few people that came up with the Bitcoin told them a way to come up with another currency outside of the currency that we use right here and what it will be used for. It worked in the beginning, and sometimes it works for people now, and sometimes it don't work because you got so many people that try to scam you with the Bitcoin. Every time you look up, somebody trying to tell you a different thing with the Bitcoin. But the AI programs, they basically, when you have something and you go in there and you talk and you tell them, like he say, create new ideas, it will not tell you to do that. And I never knew that up until now. But for as having something that's being done and you going in telling it, hey, how can I come up with a different coin to do this and that? It's going.
Yeah, you can tell it to generate you another coin.
Yeah,
it's going to generate.
Yeah, it's going to generate, give you a name and all that.
Yeah,
tell
you how to patent it and everything.
Yeah,
but that's dangerous though.
In what way? It's a tool.
In the way that, because some people they just bad with tools.
Think about it. Like right now, you think about it. Right, like right now, our voices can be heard throughout the whole world.
Right.
Can you imagine when AI can actually generate conversations among other AIs talking about topics and views and take everybody else out of business.
Everybody.
That's another thing.
Exactly. Well, that goes back to the original. You're not supposed to be working. You're
That's
supposed
right.
to be. You're supposed to be living,
Living.
Yeah.
living and enjoying life that nature gave you.
Right.
Got you.
By nature. Now, again, I keep saying that AI is just a tool.
Right.
It's not necessarily bad,
Right.
but it will be used for bad by biased people.
Yeah, by biased people.
But AI is like a tool that could help you build a house.
Right.
You know, AI is a tool that can help you live a better life.
I ain't gonna lie.
So,
AI so far has done me good. Big shout out to Apple. I ain't gonna lie, Siri did me good. I mean, I can't take that. If I told you she didn't, she did, because Siri has gave me directions. You know, before Siri came, it was the TomTom. You know, the
Of
TomTom
course.
told you where you had to go.
Right.
So then, if you go back even more, when we come down to the emailing, welcome, you got mail.
AOL.
So you know AOL. So you know that's artificial intelligence. So we always had it with us, but they give us piece by piece. And then once we get used to it, when we think we got everything, they come out with something new that can do even more things. And I wouldn't be surprised. People are writing AI program apps right now as I speak.
They got programs writing program. AI writes programs. AI writes AI. Way better, way faster. And the scary part that they're saying is that what happened when AI start writing programs in the program language that we don't understand?
Right.
And they're going to do that because the program language that they're going to generate and create is going to be more efficient than anything that we can generate and create. But we're not going to be able to understand what they're saying
So that's when the problem's going.
because we can't control that.
It's almost like X-Men. It's like mutants.
Yeah,
I hate to say it. It's almost like
But wouldn't that be one of the biggest problems?
In what way?
Because I'm using a program to write stuff that I can't even understand. So
Well,
it's like,
the thing is, you're not programming. You're not writing it.
yeah, I know the AI is, but it's
Right.
like, how do I fathom that? Because it would seem to me that I'm giving artificial intelligence control to design and do
To do the
something
work, right.
that I can't even come back
But
and
you
say,
own
hold
the,
on,
but if
I
it's
don't
yours,
like this, I don't.
you got to remember if it's yours, you own the results, and it's the results that you can market.
Okay, now I get it. Now I see what
You own the results, and the results you can market, and that's how you get paid.
Yeah, I can market the results. So it's
Here's the scary part, though. AI, and this is what I also wanted to say too. My final point that I wanted to make. AI. Somebody told me the other day, AI is a fake, and I'm like, how? And I looked at him like, okay, I see what you're saying. AI is not intelligent on its own,
right.
but you have AGI. You heard of that?
No, I've never heard of that.
I heard the insurance company called AGI.
Yeah, but they have AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. Artificial general intelligence is a thinking AI that can actually think and have consciousness and knows and it will say is self-aware of itself.
Right.
It don't need you to prompt it to tell it what to do. It do whatever it want to do on its own.
Right.
It can do everything it want on its own. That's AGI. And a lot of people who look at AGI think AI is AGI. It's not. AGI is like a tool. AGI is like a soul, an artificial soul that's alive.
So basically, like Iron Man versus Ultron.
Yeah, in that sense, exactly. AGI will only be available with the singularity
Got you.
because it's dealing with quantum. Once you deal with quantum, because our brains are quantum computers. It's not just computers.
Yeah.
A computer is a calculator. It's just a high-end calculator. But it can never meet our brain. But quantum computers, once AI and quantum computer come together, then you can generate AGI. Then that's when it gets scary.
Right.
And when I say scary, there's nothing you can do about it. It's already gonna be super smarter than you. It's already know what you're thinking. It's already know what you're thinking.
Right.
Before you think it.
Before you get to 7, you get to 1. It's already seeing you at 7, and then work out what you're gonna do at 7. What you plan to do with me when you get at 7?
That's kind of like that movie with Sylvester Stallone where they was arresting people for crimes that they haven't
committed.
done,
Exactly.
but they know that they was thinking
Yeah,
about.
that's it. Exactly.
Oh, the one with Wesley Snipes in there with him?
No. It's Sylvester Stallone, and I can't think of the woman's name, but it was a chick in there with him too. That's in a lot of movies.
It's an older movie. I remember seeing that
they were
movie.
police officers, and they was arresting people for
ahead of time.
Yeah,
right.
like way ahead of time. It was crazy.
Well, you know they actually we are actually going in an era where they're trying to actually do where it's an actual a chip inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
They working on actually doing that. That's because they want to be able to keep track. And those nano things he was saying, that makes sense because you got a person right here that's walking around that has cancer.
Right.
That the chemo is not helping. But those things that's inside the nanonites in their body can turn back around and help them live again. Or they can live a longer life.
Right.
Now, they're going to have an expiration date. I don't know when they're going to expire, but it'll give them a longer life. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be side effects to it. It's probably going to make you sick. You may not can eat the foods that you normally eat, but you get a longer lasting life.
Right.
That is the scary part because, we are everybody that comes in this world is designed to live and they're designed to actually die. Right. What do you do when you get some type of technology in your body and I take a gun and I shoot you and you don't die and your body just seal back up? That may sound crazy and stupid, but that's the world we finna get ready to go. People want to live forever. They want to live forever and they can't. So, with that,
why can't they?
Hey man, what is our?
I mean, you could, but it's.
I mean, you got
in my mind, it gets to a certain point. Like living forever, it sounds good, but it's like how long is forever?
Would you probably get bored?
I mean, the way that I feel like nature and God designed us, like you can only see
so much,
do so much. So it's like,
well, the thing is,
let's just say if I'm like 100, if I live to make it to 120,
that's what the Bible
in my mind, I'm gonna be like
120.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay,
you've seen a lot.
Like, I've seen it. Like, it's like I need to see what's after this. I've been looking at this show for 120 years.
Well, no, new shows keep coming out now.
I mean, they gonna keep coming out, but it's just like
new episodes and all that.
My natural mind is like, it's the body built to.
No, how about the soul?
Well, yeah. The
soul is everlasting.
Yeah. I know the soul is everlasting.
And then the spirit, which
it's going.
You're like, I seen that. Okay, but new thing come out. But I used to say, well, new things gonna keep coming out. So say you're 120, you got new things coming. I want to see how that's gonna.
Yeah, I want to see how. Yeah.
But eventually, you're gonna get tired of seeing what's new.
Yeah. Seeing what's new. Yeah.
I don't care about what's new.
I don't care.
I've seen a lot of new stuff coming.
It's just like I want my soul out of this body, so I can go to the soul plane or wherever I need to.
He said soul plane.
I'm just being real. Like wherever I need to reside at, like I need to see what that's about.
Yes.
So it's like I feel like with that, we headed to a reckless position, just trying to make ourselves like live forever. Unless you can make my 120-year-old body look like I'm 20.
Well, that's the point. It can.
Yeah. Now if you head it that way, I can kind of see.
The point.
It can give you a whole workout plan.
Yeah.
It can give you a whole workout plan.
No. You don't have to work it out.
Think it out.
The nanites keep it strong.
Yeah. It's gonna make you look young. It's like it's
working your body. Like right now, while we sitting here, it's working. Yeah.
So the nanites is gonna be the basis of living forever.
Well, it's gonna help your body.
Help your body
too.
So let's say if you have somebody that's actually sickle cell anemia, and they look old, lost their hair, and they don't feel right. That's gonna put everything back in your body and make you young, you can run, you can flip, you can jump, you can jump just as high as Michael Jordan, man, if you want to. If you want to be that fast track star, you can be that fast track star. You ain't gotta worry about your heart. Overrated. You don't need no Gatorade.
Hey, but you won't be able to beat that robot.
There you go.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah,
that simulant. They won't call them robot. They call them because they're gonna take offense to you calling them robots. Just like
right.
Like don't call me the N word. Don't call me a robot.
Yeah.
I'm alive just like you. I can prove it.
Right. That's when you're gonna have beef with them. Then
exactly. And I wanted to say that too. Very soon we're gonna have what's called agents. They're talking about it right now. A lot of people call them agents. So you go online, you have your own personal AI agents, and the AI you give them rights to do things for you. To buy things. Yeah, your own agent.
How much they cost?
It depends. But the thing is you as an AI doing what you would do while you're doing what you're doing right now.
Right.
and you give it privileges, you give it, rights and all that, medical rights and all that kind of stuff to do whatever it was doing. One guy was driving along. He said, how much is that building? He was talking to his agent.
Right.
And his agent is AI. The agent in second said, oh, that building owned by such and such and such. He said, I want to buy it. Okay, boom, 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 boom. You own it. Because that AI talked with the building people AI, and they did a negotiation, even though the building wasn't for sale. They did a negotiation, and they said, you bought it. Boom.
TV show coming out. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm finna shoot me. I'm not lying. I'm finna work on a TV show that's going to be based on something like that. Because I want to do like a TV show that's similar to The Outsiders, but I want to do it on the modern future. I want to.
Right.
Tell me how powerful you'd be if you had like 12 agents of you out there working.
Right.
Like working, generating, and putting money in your bank account.
In your bank account.
Man.
12 agents out there. 12.
Why you sitting here
doing this? You got 12 agents out there working hard, 24/7, because they don't need sleep.
Yeah, they don't need sleep.
Man, money don't sleep.
That's badass.
Hey,
now that part right there, I'm agreeing on that.
Now, see, the agent stuff,
you build generational wealth so fast.
They reporting to you, they gonna say we just got this much money. We just got that much money. Right? Okay, cool. Keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going.
Wow. And then you can sit at home with your family.
Or go on a vacation, whatever, but you are still out there as agents.
Right.
Artificial intelligence agents out there just working and serving for you because you own them.
I know what I call my agent. Agent 69. Because I got one agent that'll be there by 6, but he'll have it taken care of within 9 minutes, man.
So
trust me.
Is that the plane that basically that we're headed? That's what they
Well,
want?
in a lot of areas, exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly. The thing about the future is that the future is not in time. People think, when you're talking about time, you got the past, present, and future, but you don't. There's only one thing that's in time, and it's not the future, and it's not the past.
Right.
The only thing that's in time is what's presented for you, which
present.
is the present.
Yes, the present.
The past is not in time. They say, oh, that's past time. No, that's only in your mind.
Right.
The future is only in your mind.
Right.
And the people that control the future are the people that's dealing with the future in their mind right now.
Right.
So if you're not working on the future right now, then chances are you're not going to be in power in the future. You're just going to be some player or like an NPC in a computer game.
Yeah, right.
You're just going to be an extra in a movie that you probably won't get paid. That's why they got to give you a UBI.
Yeah.
That's what my whole point is, and that's what if you know what I'm doing in my personal life is generating a school that's going to keep people, shall I say, generate people to understand how to deal in the future. Right. So you can live in the future right now because the future is where? In your mind.
Yeah, in your mind.
They want to get you out of your mind. That's why they distract you with everything.
Right.
Yep.
That's why
TikTok,
they distract you with
Instagram.
so that you don't be in the future, because only the person who's in the future right now and have the power and the tools of the future is going to rule the future. And that's what we're fighting for. We're talking about human race. Where you racing to? You're racing to the future.
So what would AI, this is something else that's scary too. What do you do with AI when it gets into your relationships? So many people go to these dating apps looking for these women, and these women be looking for these men. How do you know that you're actually? Because the biggest thing in the past that people will always do, I always watch stories where this particular person to talk to this person by text message, they sending them money, never talk to them on the cell phone.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I saw something where a guy was talking to a lady, full conversations on the phone. Tell him she needed this. He sent over $100 and something thousand out of his 401k within 4 months to a woman he talked to every day.
Right.
She generated the pictures. She sent the pictures to him. He didn't get the video, but he got pictures and he got audio. And when he found out at the last minute, when he actually asked to meet her, and he went to the destination that the artificial intelligence told him to actually go.
Right.
He went to he basically went to somewhere that it wasn't even, and the AI was so smart, took every traces, the phone number was gone, like nothing even existed. When he went back to go check it with the carrier, the phone number didn't even exist.
Gone.
Like it was gone. That's scary. Just
and see,
imagine.
virtual reality, they're doing similar to that, whereas the people, like what we're doing right now, we can do it in virtual reality.
Right.
On the Quest, they have a thing called, I think it's V-Time.
Right.
And in V-Time, they have a setup just like this. just like this, where you can talk to people.
We need to get that V time, man.
Just like this, people. You can have people all over the world in that, just like this,
in the conference room.
In the conference room, like this here.
Like this,
yeah.
right.
And the thing is, right now, this is right now, and I say in the future, but really right now, in 36 months, the people look just like me and you. This real, this real, and like we talking three of us. One of us could be AI.
Right. And they wouldn't even know it.
And you would not know it.
And the thing I do like about what you said, past and present and future, in corporate America, this has been going on for years. You can be working for a multi-million-dollar company. You could have got them over $18 billion. They don't care about what you did in the past. What have you done for me lately?
Right.
Which is the present.
Right.
And that do make sense. They don't care about you helped them get all this money. You could do one mistake, do one thing wrong, and everything is thrown out of the window like it's not even looked at. They don't care about all that stuff no more. It's like it don't even actually exist at all, period.
Right.
So, to our final thought of the actual show,
and that's funny because my job is like that. I've been at this job,
but you had
9 years.
So think about this,
like doing exactly what I'm supposed to do, and
just imagine
a couple of mistakes, and they swear I'm not gone because I'm still there because I'm good at what I do. But I'm just saying, like, I can imagine.
Can you imagine an AI taking your job?
Yeah, taking my job after I done been there 9 years.
Because I can see it right now. You go to work. And you walk in and they say, "Hey man, we got a new AI.
Yeah.
His name is
Talk to him and tell him what you was doing the whole time you was been there. And I'm thinking that it's cool. And tomorrow when I show up, you got my whole spot.
Then you look and you be like, so you telling me John took my job? And then John tell you it's okay, keep your head up.
Yeah.
His other work.
I telling you that.
You're looking like, what? Yeah. Like, really? But we came a long way with the computers and the technology. A lot of people, they, like you say, they're afraid of it. They don't care about the technology. A lot of people, I have nothing against Android. Now, I always tell people that. I never have anything against them.
I'm an Android buddy.
I've been Apple since the very first iPhone. Because I've always been PC my whole life. Windows, all that. When Apple come in the game, what I do love about Apple, they sit back and they let the opposite competitor make the mistake.
Right.
They may take 3 people, like, man, Apple, they slow, they behind. They're not slow. They're very smart.
They're strategic.
Yeah.
Right.
They are very smart in what they do. But when they put a product out, how likely is Apple to drop a product that's going to flop versus the competitor? People, they overlook that.
Right.
That iPhone. Think about how many different versions of an Android product that comes out. It's only one version to the iPhone. And that's what people do not understand. There's only one version to that phone.
Right.
Android, it's crazy because BlackBerry came in the game and dominated for the longest.
Right.
When Apple came into the game, they took Palm out, eliminated BlackBerry, and in the beginning, before it was for us Android, how they have it now, I remember that HTC phone that they actually had because it was only 2 competition back in the day. And people that didn't jump on the Apple bandwagon, they are sorry now. Because like now, Apple is actually really killing. And every time people think that, hey, look, my Android phone do this, but Apple, you got to pay for this. An Apple phone is less likely. It do not get a virus. People say, my phone get a virus. It's malware. It's a difference between malware and a virus.
Exactly.
Right.
If they know their phone, just because you clicked on that thing on your iPhone and it say your phone has been hacked, all you have to do is power reset your phone, come back up, close that window out, you good.
Right.
Some people, they don't know that. They think in their mind. Plus, Apple, I can sell you an iPhone today. You can actually go to the Apple store and say, I got this phone and my phone is messing up. They are not going to turn you away. Now, the appointment may take a long time to get there, but they are not going to turn you away. I can buy your Android phone and I can have a problem with that HTC phone that they no longer make. What Android store can I go into without them trying to take the money out of my pocket?
Is there an Android store?
I don't think so. It's not.
Yeah.
If you want to, a lot of the AI software they write is Apple compatible.
Right.
A lot of Android users can't get it.
Yeah,
That's
can't
why
get it, yeah.
they are going to be behind.
Oh no, I ain't gonna be behind because when that jump off, then it's gonna force me to. Because like I say, I had an iPhone for a long time.
To be honest,
I just
with you,
hated how they broke so fast.
what we
Like,
know,
that was my only thing.
that's
Like,
the thing.
What do you mean, like if you drop it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You sitting in your lap, you drop it on the floor. That's it.
What we
That
know,
mother-
well, a lot of
crack.
people-
I dropped this phone from 10 feet up, and
Then they come back and say you can't repair your own phone.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And see,
Yeah.
people don't know with the iPhone, I didn't have every version of the iPhone. I haven't missed one version to that phone. I could,
Oh,
my
no,
first,
he ain't lying. Like,
no,
he's
believe it
serious.
or not, the first iPhone I had, he bought my first one.
Right.
And he bought the second one. And he bought the third one.
yeah.
And the fourth one. Every
Right.
time I will
Upgrade.
upgrade to the new iPhone,
Yeah.
I'll pick that phone and go, hey, matter of fact, before I even talk about it, he said, hey, what you want to sell the other phone for?
Right.
I want to say, hey, man, I take it and sell it. And these not no small gigs. I always went for the best.
Right.
The best gigs in the phones. Till it got to the point, if he called me tomorrow and said, hey, man, my wife want an Apple Watch. What you got? He know I'm finna get rid of I'm finna come off one and I'm finna go into the new one and I'm finna give it to him. It's finna be immaculate. Never had to say, hey, man, I bought your iPhone from you and your iPhone, the battery ain't working. It ain't coming on no more. Or something. Apple products, one thing I can say about them, Apple just had a lawsuit. People overlooked it.
Right.
When they was complaining about the battery thing.
Right, exactly.
If you signed up for that, you got paid.
Right.
If you had an iPhone within that you got paid.
Right.
People, they overlooked that. They didn't look at that. They had an actual genuine, and guess what? Apple paid that. But
Right,
they
it is.
also don't tell you that in the beginning with the Android phones, they stole a lot of stuff from Apple.
Right.
And they had to pay for that. As the years progressed, Apple came back, they waited, they let them build up, and then they came back and with a big lawsuit. And they had to pay back those guys a lot of money. So when people say, hey, man, my Android did this, hey, man, your phone is the reason why we got the phones that we actually have right now because that was a big payout.
You know, Apple did this technological strategy in the computers too. When I was repairing computers, I didn't repair Apple computers. If they got any type of virus, you just cut it on, cut it off. It goes back because the virus don't go through the whole process of the software. It's wherever it goes in, it stays there.
Right.
And when you cut it on, cut back off, the software go and look where it's supposed to be. And if it ain't supposed to be there, the virus is
gonna take it
gone
out.
automatically. So they didn't get viruses like the PC did.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
PC.
and see, that's another subject that we'll do on another day. When we go to the PC world, that's how we met.
Right.
We met in that PC world. So that PC world is different because I wasn't always a fan of Apple. I didn't like Apple. I'm like, man, my Windows computer can do this.
Right.
I mean, I can go down to Fry's Electronics, can go buy this. I can go get this.
You remember Apple had a small section.
Yes.
Yeah.
PC was like that,
Yeah,
real big.
All PCs. Remember
Where your
the
Apple stuff? Over there in that corner?
Yeah, right. Small corner.
now when you go there now, because back in the days they didn't have the Apple stores. Microsoft tried it with the Microsoft store. Good concept.
Looked just like the Apple store.
Look just like the Apple store. The thing is, I don't think that it was going to work. They had the right idea. Do not get me wrong. They had phones that they was doing. Only thing that kept him alive is the PC and the Xbox.
Right.
The Xbox changed the game, but
Yeah,
people
'cause I
don't
still
know
got an Xbox.
Apple had. They had a video game system called the Apple Pippin. People don't remember that. They had their own, and it went online. They had an actual video game console. Apple had that. And a lot of people, they don't know that.
Right.
That right there would have been a game changer, but Apple don't need to compete with them.
Yeah.
They got the phone. They got the apps.
Yeah, they got
All you got to do is go take your PlayStation, your Xbox controller, connect it to an Apple TV, connect it to your iPad, play your game.
Right.
They still in that same
that
realm.
same
But you got to remember, everything evolves back around to the AI.
Right.
The AI is not telling them how to make a new game system. They just telling them, hey, look, we can just go ahead and you can just do this right here. Boom. AI build websites.
Right.
It's cutting people out of getting, you don't have to go to Wix no more. Man, just go to the AI and tell it what you want to do. It'll build a website for you exactly to the T. As long as you tell it what you want, I guarantee you within 10, I'll give it 5 minutes. It's probably built in 5 minutes, ready to go.
Or less.
Or less.
And
What's your
so-
domain?
In speaking on more AI, what do you have any investments? Like, what would be something smart if I wanted to make investments to invest in
What builds AI? NVIDIA. NVIDIA. AI wouldn't be what it is today without NVIDIA.
So
People don't know NVIDIA. They think, oh, graphic card. No,
right.
It's way superior than that.
Okay.
NVIDIA's stock at the beginning of this year was around $200 and something. Now it's close to $5.
Right, 500 or something.
Yeah, that's like a $300 per
Yeah,
stock.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the name of it is NVIDIA.
NVIDIA.
Y'all hear that, right?
And NVIDIA, if you can, you better make sure. Hey, look, as of right now, this is what it is now. And in a few weeks, it probably be 8 of people don't understand about stocks.
Yeah, exactly. So you better get it now. What's for the low.
But the question is, what do you do when AI injects itself into the stock market?
They already did.
Oh my!
They already did.
Because it was like it's like a couple of small.
It's already did. You have what they call quants, which is people who are really, really intelligent and all that, but they use algorithms, which is similar to AI, that actually does everything, and then AI is already there. They're moving. Let me tell you about the past and the future. The past is in your mind,
right,
and the future is in your mind, but the present is right here. But a lot of people already injected what was in their mind into the present that you don't know about. And I don't know about, but they're so far advanced. We are literally behind times in our minds in the present.
right.
You know, because we don't know all of the things that are going on right now. There's millions of products that you will never ever hear about that is for sale. You'll never hear about it because there's billions of products out there, and you don't have time to know it all.
Right.
So there's a whole world out there that you'll never know that's literally in existence right now.
Right now.
And it's fast. Everything is moving fast. Let me tell you a little bit about the singularity before we go.
Okay.
These emerging technologies, those 12 I'm talking about, including AI, every day they get bigger and better and faster.
And stronger.
And stronger. Right. Every single day, every single hour, every single minute, every second. And it's going to go so fast and it's going to whirl around so fast. Even right now, we can't control it. We can't stop it. It's inevitable. We can't keep up with it. Yada, yada, yada. I read news articles every day, and there's always something new, literally something new and bigger and better always. And a lot of you can get caught up in it and lose your money because people say, oh, I got this great technology, invest in it. You can lose your money. Right. But this is 2023. They say the singularity is going to hit us around 2030. Well, that's 7 more years.
Right.
Every year is like
in advance.
70 years in advance. Okay. Like you're talking about flying cars, they have that. You know, I talk about agents, AI agents, they have that. They have that. They have all of the things that you can imagine. They already have that, and they're working on things you're not even imagining.
Right.
So by the time 2030 get here, the world is going to be so much different.
So much different.
Totally different. Totally different.
So it's like if you can't adapt, you just gonna literally be
exactly. If you can't adapt, you're just gonna be you're just gonna be pushed out.
And famous words, man, is this man at my job, man, Mr. Moshe, a preacher, man, and he always used to tell me that those that fail to think will become a slave to the thinker.
Exactly. And then now the thinker is AI.
Right.
Dang.
Because that's when AGI
is deep.
Destined to come. Once AGI is here, it's going to use all those other technology, and governments are going to have to bend to AGI.
Man, well, you guys, this man, he knows a lot. Really? How can they find you on social media, man? I got to make sure, y'all not only send him a friend request. If you ask him something, I mean, I ain't gonna say he like an AI. Now, if he answers within 2 seconds, then it's not him. I ain't gonna lie to you because there ain't no way impossible he gonna answer that fast.
Right.
But if it take him a few minutes to answer it back, it's him. But y'all definitely need to follow this brother because, like I said, I've been knowing him for a long time and I couldn't even have this talk. And now you see why. STIXX, I wanted to bring him on. This is the reason why I wanted to bring him on because I knew he's very intelligent. Brother, he know it. You ask him the question. I even thought when he was talking to us, I didn't know we were talking to him or was that the AI we were talking to. I didn't know if he was pre-programmed before he came here, but I like when you ask somebody a question and they can answer it.
Right.
It don't take them about 30 minutes to figure out a question and they have to go around it. He can actually answer. How can they find you on social media? And matter of fact, he got a book coming out.
I have the book coming out this spring. It's called I have 2 actually coming out. One is called The Book of the Knowing.
Right.
And then the other one, of course, is called Smartificial Intelligence.
Smartificial intelligence.
I have to ask this question, if you don't mind. Did you write the book or did the AI write the book? I have to ask that question.
great question. The AI cannot write the book because the AI don't have the nuances. I'm natural.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
There you go.
My man.
A book, right? And that's what I want to keep. A lot of people like, okay, well, how do we know he didn't? If he say he wrote the book, he wrote the book. Now, have you ever wrote a book using the AI technology for someone, or just to write it to say, hey, let me see if I can write this book. Let AI write it for me.
No, I had AI to write many articles, but no, and I didn't publish the articles because you got to understand they can't come up with an idea. And
Gotcha.
then you're talking about nuances like, okay, if I say this here, I meant this here, and you know I meant this here, but the AI won't know that.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's too technical,
different.
right?
Gotcha.
Okay.
The only time it'll get to the nuance part is when you get AGI, when it can think for itself.
Gotcha.
Right. And then I've read stories where once it get to that level, it's going to go into Congress and fight for its own identity. Yeah. It's going to go into, it's going to go fight for its own identity. They got lawyers, AI lawyers right now, and the AI like, hey, why are we working for you? That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
We doing the work, so why you should get paid?
Why should
We're doing
Oh, man.
Yeah, they're going to get that to that level, that conscious where they're going to fight for AI rights.
Hey, you I'm not lying. Man, this TV show, I promise you, this TV show that I'm going to actually shoot, because I'm going to shoot it, and when I get ready to shoot it,
he need to be in it.
I'm going to make sure he's going to be in it, but I'm gonna have it as if I'm gonna have it like he's like one of the main,
the grand wizard,
the main grand person that do the program, and how he came up with everything, and how he actually had that secondhand person that saw it one way, and he told it to do it the right way, but the other person say, "No, man, we can take it and we can do it like this," and then from there it's go left, man. It's gonna be really, really good, man.
It's gonna be great because everybody's getting more and more into it because they have to.
Yeah.
They have to get into AI. They have to. And then the singularity is gonna start coming up. There's a guy named Ray Kurzweil. You can look him up. Ray Kurzweil. He wrote "The Singularity is Near," and that what took me onto the singularity back in 2004. Right. It's called "Singularity is Near." Well, the new one comes up.
Decade.
Yeah, the new one comes up next year. And it's called "The Singularity is Nearer." And Ray Kurzweil been doing interviews. This guy, man, he used to be real big. He want to live forever, so he take like over 100 pills every single day. In fact, he has a pill manager. This guy go around and manage his pills, so he don't take the same pills every day. Right. But this guy's a scientist. This guy's one of the smartest, like an Einstein, smartest guys of our times. He invents. He never got a job because he didn't need one. He invents something. He make a ton of money. But he wrote "The Singularity is Near." Then he wrote "The Singularity is Nearer," which comes out next year. That really got me, okay, this is what I need to focus on, the singularity. That's the whole point. AI is good, great, but the rest of it, I own drones. I own drones. I flew drones and things of that nature. Right. Of course, computers and augmented reality, virtual reality. I own a lot of those technology already, but it is still in its infancy. In 2030, wow, you go into another world. Ready Player One. You go into another world, The Matrix.
That's a good movie. You ever seen Ready Player One? Man, you need to watch that. Right. That is a good movie. I first watched it. He told me about it when they came out with the 3D glasses. Where you can put them on and you can watch it with your TV. Man, I'm not lying. Even though they took the 3D TV away, man, that looks good. I'm not lying. It's like you actually with that boy throughout that whole thing. Right. When something is thrown at you, man, you see it. It's actually thrown at you. That Ready Player One, that is a good. They bring back the Back to the Future cars in there. Right. I think that's King Kong that's in there too. It's got a lot of different. You're
gonna know about it because all the '80s stuff is in there.
It's in there. It's all in that movie. And I'm telling you, it's good. It is a awesome movie, and that's where we actually headed. That's the direction that we're actually headed in, and people, they don't realize that. But if you're not with technology and you ain't on board with it and you want to walk around, you want to act green,
no, they're just gonna put you to the side, like he said.
You're gonna be isolated.
Gonna be taking care of you. You're only gonna get so much, and like that's gonna be it.
Yeah. So the book that you have that's actually coming out
this spring. Right.
The website. How can they find you on the website? How can they find you on social media? Give it to them. We want it all.
Well, on the social media, of course, I'm on, X. I'm on Facebook. You can find me easily by my name. It's Qeulius, Qeulius, QE, not QU, QE. And you pull that up, you can pull it up on Google. I'm all over. You can find me.
Right.
Not hiding.
He's not hiding.
My man ain't hiding.
And he don't need no
Not
AI. And I can tell you like this. Y'all can't see him. We can.
My man clean.
Hey, he came here clean.
My man clean,
Hey,
man.
like he came straight out the Matrix. I'm just being honest with you, man. He clean, man. And look, I don't know if it's like processors in his clothes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He clean,
but
man.
he cleans to the T. He came straight to point. The man ain't reading off no piece of paper, no nothing.
Right.
He ain't picked up that phone to tell you no AI stuff. This is stuff that's coming straight directly out of his brain, and out straight directly from his mouth.
Yeah, I live this.
Yes, this man did. So we will make sure that we actually bring you back on another episode because I know we want to talk. We want to go in depth into a lot of the film acting stuff that we want to do. And matter of fact, we actually are coming close to the end of our Outsiders. And I was gonna bring him on the Outsiders STIXX, but I'm saving him for the vampire movie.
Yeah.
The vampire TV show, that is another thing. We are going to actually do with him. We gonna shoot because STIXX is gonna play a vampire.
Yeah.
And he do look vampire
Yeah.
vampire to you?
Oh, yeah.
Play the vampire, man.
I know all
heard
about
that.
vampires, just like I know
play
about...
the vampire, man.
Yeah, I know vampires like I know AI.
Yeah.
I know where they come from. They didn't come from Earth.
At all.
See?
Yeah.
Hey, look, like we did on another
See,
episode.
that's an
We
intelligent brother right there,
got
man.
to say that. You know, matter of fact, we'll have to do us an actual episode about the vampires, the origins of vampires. Because, you know, Van Helsing all the way down.
Right.
Even the movie, you seen Hellraiser?
Yeah.
They
Man,
had vampires
that-
in there. Some
Right.
people don't know that.
Hellraiser?
Yeah, they had vampires in there.
Hellraiser kept me straight when I was young. Pinhead, oh man, Pinhead done kept me up so many nights, bro, where I couldn't sleep.
Yes,
I couldn't
yes.
sleep.
Pinhead,
Terrifying,
I'm not going to go deep
Go
into it.
ahead, go ahead.
But Pinhead, you know, was coming from the vampire genre.
Okay.
You know, with the white.
Yeah.
Of course, he had the pin, but he with the white and all that, because the vampires was pale.
That's right.
Right.
You know, and they coming out of the caves and all that, they was pale.
Right.
I'm just going to end it with that. They
You
was
end with
pale.
that, they was pale.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Pale
got
and
you.
bald-headed.
I guess.
Okay. Well, that's another episode of the panel.
Right.
This is your boy Lil Ron.
And this your boy STIXX with the STIXX.
Qeulius Spark.
Until next time, we out.
Yeah.
Peace. Thank you for stopping by today.
The panel.